Hello everyone, and it's Rob here again. Ooh, just walking down a couple of steps. So I'm heading to a spot today. Been here before. Been here at the start of one of my videos before. The one where I was camping in the forest on the side of the road. Was there at the start of the video, and it's a waterfall. Now last time I was a little bit worried about walking down to the base of it due to it being wet, and today's a little bit drier, but we are expecting rain and the water is coming over it a little bit faster. But I do want to make my way down there and see if we can actually get behind the waterfall, or see if we can find a spot to camp down in the valley. So we'll just make our way down there now and see what it's like when we get to the end of the path. Let's see if there's a easier way around. So it's pretty evident. I think they've upped the barrier from last time. I don't think it was that tall last time, so they've put in an extra beam of steel so you can't get across it. But I just made the leap of faith and jumped across. There was one steep path leading off to the left. Went down it a little bit, but yeah, I'm gonna try and find another way around because it's a little bit dodgy, and yeah, they have this sign up so they obviously don't want people walking down to the falls. But there's plenty of videos online of people heading down there behind the waterfalls, doing a bit of filmography. Anyway, doing a bit of filming down there, and yeah, I think I can make my way down because it looks like this path snakes around to the left and I don't have to take that steep climb. Whoa, okay, so there's the rock face I was attempting at the start, and yeah, probably a good choice not to do that. I mean, it's probably possible, but yeah, I'm not really keen on walking up stone cliff faces that have a 70% incline, so we'll take the easy route and make our way along the more flatter path. Alrighty all, so there's multiple ways down. We have a steady path, or a pretty evenly flat path heading towards the falls, or there's pretty much a straight drop down. Not straight drop, but say about 35-40 degree angle heading down straight to the river. So I'm going to take the straight and narrow path that leads directly to the falls and see if I can get down that way. If not, I'm going to backpedal and go down the inclined path, which I'm not a fan of, but if we have to, we have to. So there's the waterfall behind me, and it is really loud. It is super loud. So with all that water coming down, yeah, especially being in this valley or gully, it's making it like a sonic boom down here. But we'll track along and see what we can find, or a path we can find I'm not liking my chances getting behind the waterfall today with the amount of water coming over, but hey, we'll give it a go and see what we can find. Otherwise, backup plan is we'll make our way back along the path and see if we can find somewhere to set up away from the waterfall in the valley. So I think it's just a little bit too wet. Too much water coming over the falls right there. I'm getting soaked right now from all the spray hitting the water. I'm not sure if you can see it, it's probably all over the lens. But behind there, in that little cavern, that's kind of a famous spot. Everyone comes down here in summer, swims in the little, well, when the water's not coming down so fast, swims in the little pool down here and just relaxes on the rocks with a really nice view of the water coming over at a slower pace. And you can really get some nice videography, film, photos, whatever you want to call it. So I'm going to backtrack from here and head back along the path because this is just ridiculous and it's like I'm in a swimming pool right now. So that's the waterfall. A little bit too much water coming over, but hey, maybe in the summer or when the water's not coming over so much, we can come down and check it out and maybe actually do a camp down here right behind the falls. So if anyone was interested in the height of the waterfall, I did a little bit of research before I came. So it said it's the longest single drop waterfall in central Victoria, the state where I'm from in Australia, and it's at 32 meters high for a single drop. Keeping in mind there are waterfalls that have kind of like stepping stones going down, which would be taller than 32 meters. So yeah, you wouldn't want to jump off the top and fall into that pool of water because it's a 32 meter drop. And as for me, I'm not a fan of heights, so I would be going nowhere near the edge. Alrighty, so I'm back up the top of the path. Now I'm just trying to decide where to actually go from here. Around the car park there's a few good spots, or I could try and just hunt around here for a little bit, which I think is plan A right now. And if it's no good, we can head back to the car park and find a spot somewhere there. So tonight's going to be pretty chilly. I think it's going to get down to 1 degree Celsius, 0 degrees Celsius. So not sure about the temperature in Fahrenheit, but it is definitely going to be chilly. So camping behind a waterfall in 0 degrees and getting wet was not going to be a great option. So let's try and find a spot somewhere around here, and if not, we'll head back up to the car park and hunt around there. Oh, it's just really hard walking through all this fallen debris, trees. Whoa. As you can see, I just slipped over. Branches, wet ground. It's, jeez. Ow. Not too great. Oh, that was lucky. And yeah, I'm just not sure what's at the bottom. It doesn't look too appealing from here. But I'm just gonna keep pushing down. Hopefully it's not too much of a struggle. If I keep falling over, I'm definitely not going to continue, and I'll make my way back up. So it was a little bit embarrassing, but yeah, there's a little bit of a look-see at what we're dealing with. Alright guys, I turned back. That was just way too dense, that forest floor. It was just ridiculous. it's going to make it harder for myself if I had to keep going down. Coming back up was going to be a nightmare. And sliding over, falling over. Yeah, just not liking what I see down that way. So that's alright. We've backtracked up to the top. I'm just going to sit down and relax. Have a drink, because I think we've deserved it. And once again, I brought a couple of different types on this trip. Kieran, really enjoying this one right now, so I'm sure this will quench my thirst. Definitely needed that after, yeah, what we just went through walking down to the waterfall. Still just drying off from that, and then falling over down the hill there. So that was a little bit embarrassing, but hey, when the ground's wet and you just got not even runners on, that's bound to happen. So yeah, maybe a pair of hiking boots wouldn't be a bad option to get for the future. Alright guys, I'm going to enjoy this, sit down, enjoy the whatever sun we have left, and then we'll assess from there. Alrighty, so I'm thinking of setting up pretty much where I'm at now. It's on the same path where I jumped that little fence. Only issue we've got is there's another gate to the area, which is for the service vehicles, or for the ranger, the park ranger vehicles. So I'm not sure what time they patrol till, if they come through the gate very often, or what the deal is there. So also have the issue of possibly more people doing what I did, jumping the fence to try and get down to the falls. So setting up right now would be a big no-no, because obviously they're going to walk straight past me, and I don't want to be seen. So I might just once again wait for the cover of night. We'll set up once we get a little bit darker here, but that's okay. You know, it's a little bit cold, but I'm still wet. My clothes, pants are still wet, so I'm just enjoying this sun that I've got coming over here from my right hand side to try and dry out. But at the moment it's not super cold. Like I said, it's going to get to 0 overnight, so yeah, it's going to get pretty chilly. So I'm going to need to set up the tent and hop inside once night comes, because I don't want to freeze my butt off. But I can deal with the temperature right now. We're lucky to have the sun coming through the clouds, which there aren't too many of. But yeah, that's the deal. We'll just wait for night, set up the tent, crawl inside, and try and warm up as much as we can. Alright guys, I'll talk to you shortly and let you know if anything pops up. Okay, so I've decided to walk back up, jump the fence again, and see what I can find down this way. There might be some more options. There might not be. But let's go down and check it out. A little bit concerned about the trees, but that's okay. We'll try and find a spot that's not too covered with trees. Okay, so I've decided we've moved spots. We are going to set up just here. Yeah, these little shrubs, they're a little bit problematic, but as long as I can throw my tent over the top and my sleeping mat just sits on top, I should be okay. I don't need too much space. As for trees, it's hard to find anywhere that's actually free from branches around here, but I'm just going to try and keep our fingers crossed on this one, and hopefully the winds don't pick up or there's no heavy rains and we have a peaceful night's sleep. So I was looking, this is closer to the road driving in. We're down enough of an incline so no one can actually see us from the road, which is a plus. And I might not even have to use my camo tarp. Actually, I'm not sure if we can see it on the camera, but you can see a white car in the car park from this distance. So still can be seen from here, but once night hits, I don't think we're going to have any problems. Just keep the lights down, or lights off as much as possible, and we'll have a pleasant night. So just gonna once again relax here, wait until it's a little bit darker, and then we'll get everything set up, get in and have a nice rest. So I've just set up my little chair that I bought on Amazon. Not too bad. I think it cost me about $23, so not bad. It's just clips in. It's got elastic straps running through it, if you line it up correctly. But yeah, it's got elastic straps that go through tent poles running through it, so hopefully that holds up. Could be a little bit problematic if it's not looked after, left out in the rain and whatnot. But yeah, so far done one trip on it. Today's the second one, and it's holding up quite well. So pretty happy with it so far, but let's see how we go. I want to get at least, 20-30 trips out of this. For the price, you can't expect a lot, but I'm all about value, and especially budget value. So let's see how we go with this little chair. You have your expectations when you buy expensive things, but when you buy the knockoffs or cheaper items, you never know what you're going to get. Sometimes it's a great buy, other times it's a lemon. So let's see how we go with that. Got a really lovely view from here. We've got the river running down that way to my right towards the falls, and it's a really peaceful spot. We have probably hear all the birds or the wildlife. Haven't seen any kangaroos or koalas or other Australian creatures, but just your typical birds and insects, frogs. We'll hear them, probably not see too many of them. They really blend in well with this environment. Alright guys, so coming here today, it's pretty cold, but this spot I thought would be best to come to while it's in the colder season. It's a really popular tourist attraction. A lot of people come down from the cities to come and see this waterfall, take photos, walk around. Not that there's too many walking tracks around here, but it's a good stop on the way to your next destination. So very, very popular, and not to mention all the people that go down and swim in the waterfall, underneath the waterfall, take photos down there. So doing it in the warmer months is a little bit harder. I'd be sitting around for hours waiting for everyone to clear out, and not the type of person who likes to sit around and wait for everyone to clear. In the meantime, just wanted to throw it out there that I got a brand new pillow. It's still in its case actually, so I haven't tried this one out for my sleeping pad. It's the same brand as it, so Sea to Summit. Supposedly it just clicks into one of the clips on the top, so yeah, we'll see how this goes tonight. Let's see, it's pretty small. It's probably the size of my palm, so 114 grams, so not bad. We'll see. It's a good little addition to the pack, but we'll see how we go sleeping on this one tonight. I don't think it's going to be an issue.
So hopefully it's a big thumbs up from me for this one. Still waiting on people to clear from the car park. We shouldn't have, geez, maybe an hour's worth of light left, if that, and I can't see many people coming down here within the next hour. So when I stand up, have a suss around, if I get a good feel about it, I might just set up now. I'd rather set up before it gets completely pitch black, but if there's cars over there, I'll wait. If there's not, I'll quickly set up and put the tent down, get everything inside. But it is very, very quiet here. I haven't seen a soul since I walked back and jumped the barrier. So it seems like everyone kind of just stops there. That's their point. No one's wandering off the beaten track like I am. Okay everyone, so it looks like the car park's empty. I just hopped up, put myself up, and from what I can see here, if you can see in the camera, my car seems to be the only one in the car park. So I might just set up my tent now, so saves me doing it in the dark, because I can't see many people showing up now. We're almost on nightfall. Does anyone really want to take photos or look at a waterfall at night, especially when there's no artificial lighting around? Probably not. So I'm gonna seize the opportunity now, set up my tent, throw it down here, throw all my equipment in, so then I don't have to worry about it later. Well, that's the pillow all inflated. Not too shabby, pretty easy to inflate. It's supposed to lock into my mattress though, so I might have to look that up and actually do that, because yeah, I can't actually work it out. So I should be able to, do an easy Google or YouTube search on that one and work that one out. But yeah, there's the pillow. Let's see, it'll probably roll around tonight seeing it's not locked in, but hey, what normal pillow doesn't roll around? They don't usually lock into mattresses. So yeah, let's see how we go with this one, and I'll give you guys an update on this in the morning and let you know how it goes. But I have a good feeling about it. It feels pretty nice. Alrighty all, so now that we've got everything set up, gonna have some food. Something easy again. I just stopped for some fuel at 7-Eleven on the way here and decided to buy one of their pre-packaged sandwiches. So I've had these before. They're actually not too bad for a convenience store or service station, petrol station sandwich. It's just a roast beef with salad. So not too bad. Like I said, for a petrol or gas station sandwich, it's nothing you can complain about. So as you can see, the tent's set up. I don't have the camo tarp over the top. I just feel like with the amount of people that are going to come here overnight, and with darkness, no one's going to see it, and I actually plan to get out of here relatively early, so hopefully before anyone actually shows up. And yeah, Bob's your uncle, as they say. No issues at all. So let's keep our fingers crossed on that one. Alrighty everyone, so I am just about to head into the tent. It is super pitch black outside. Not much light at all left. It's just before 7:30 p.m. and it is starting to get very cold, starting to get down to that 0 degrees Celsius low overnight, as what I was saying earlier. And my fingers are really starting to freeze up, so I'm gonna hop into the tent now, warm up, and hopefully we have no issues going to sleep, but who knows in this cold weather. Alright everyone, so it's that time again, time to get the hay. A lot warmer in here compared to outside, just exposed to the elements so much. So I'm in the sleeping bag. As you can see, a little bit of a tight squeeze tonight, seeing as I had to lay my tent on top of the shrubs, but I managed for a night. I have my heated jacket on, as you can see. I can flick it between each setting there, so that should keep me warm overnight. I haven't heard any cars in the car park or come by, so that's a big plus for me, and I'll set my alarm to get out of here relatively early before the park ranger comes. So fingers crossed we have a good night. No rain, it's still as anything out there, there's no wind either, so I think we're going to be in for a pretty good night. So guys, I'll see you in the morning. Good morning everyone. So it's just around 6 AM now. Like I said, I was planning to get up and out of here early, so I'm just gonna roll out of bed now, wake up, and yeah, pack everything up quickly. The sun will be coming out very shortly, so depending what angle it comes out on, we'll get some good views of the sunrise. But let me just get up now and start packing up, and I'll speak to you soon. Okay, so I'm a little bit more awake now, which is good for me. Haven't heard any cars coming in through the car park yet, so I'm gonna get this all packed up before anyone actually comes, because it could be the ranger that comes first. I've pulled everything out of the tent. I just need to drop it down. There's a little bit of the morning scenery. Plenty of birds around. And it looks like we chose a good day yesterday, because it looks a bit cloudy at the moment. So let me just pack this up and then we'll head back to the car and yeah, shoot out of here. Okay, so we are all packed up. Packed up my tent, got everything in my bags. There's where I stayed last night. The grass is a little bit flattened. Got all my trash with me. Remember, take all your trash with you, leave no trace. We don't want places like this that are so beautiful ruined by people leaving trash around, so remember just to take everything with you, and I'm sure that's pretty self-explanatory. So I'm just going to make my way back to the car park now. Last night it wasn't actually too cold. It wasn't as cold as what I thought it was going to be, so I'm not sure if that was because of all the layers I was wearing, or it actually just didn't get to the temperature that it said it was going to get to. But that's a good thing for me because I made it through the night. Now I'm just going to go back to the car, crank on that heater, and yeah, maybe then grab a coffee. Alright, let's head back to the car park. Alrighty guys, so I'm back at the car now. I've thrown all my gear in there. Nice, safe and sound, just as we liked. And a car's just shown up, so people are going to start flooding in here very shortly, I would presume. So yeah, this trip just had a little bit of everything going on in it, didn't it? We got down to the waterfall where we planned to stay, and the water was just coming over way too fast. So that was out of the question. And then we looked for the secondary spot and had a bit of a tumble going down the hill. So I got a little bit lucky there. My foot kind of got jammed in between a branch, so I could just drop straight down and I didn't go rolling down the hill. So I'm glad about that, but in saying that, I should probably get some hiking shoes or some proper footwear to do this kind of off the beaten track hiking or walking. But hey, I got through this time, so that's okay. And yeah, I just hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a like, shoot me a comment, and if you really liked it, give me a subscribe. But yeah, until next time guys, stay safe, camp safe, I'm out.